everybody, I'm going to read a story for you today from this book. I showed you this book during our show and tell. It's a Pete the Cat story. And the story is called Pete the Cat, Firefighter Pete. Pete has a secret. He has been training after school to be a firefighter. Now his whole class is going on a field trip to the firehouse. Pete climbs onto the bus with his friends. He can't wait to show off his new skills. The bus parks next to the bright red firehouse. "Wow," says Callie, "look how big it is." Callie's right. The firehouse is huge. It's so big that it can hold 2 long red fire trucks and all of the firefighters' equipment. "Can we go inside?" Pete's friends shout. Pete's teacher smiles. "Of course," she says. "That's why we're here." They're going to check out the inside of the firehouse. "Hiya, Pete," a firefighter says when the kids go inside. "Hi, kids." Callie turns to Pete. "How does he know your name?" she asks. The firefighter points to Pete. "Why, Pete here is one of our top trainees. Come on, Pete, let's show your class what it means to be a firefighter. First, you'll need to get your gear." As Pete puts on his boots, the firefighter tells the kids what each thing is for. "Pete is putting on what we call turnout gear," the firefighter says. "The boots keep our feet safe if we step on something sharp. Those pants and the jacket protect us from the heat and the flames of the fire, and the hat protects our head if something falls on us." Pete shows off his full gear. It's so heavy he can barely move. Pete takes off his gear, and he and the firefighter show his class the rest of the station. The firefighter gives each kid a chance to ring the old brass bell outside the firehouse. Then the kids take turns sliding down the firefighter's pole. "Whee!" Callie cries as she glides down. "This is fun." The firefighter even lets the kids sit in the fire truck. Callie sits in the driver's seat. She presses the horn. Whee! The sound is so loud everyone covers their ears. Then she turns on the sirens and lights. Woo! The lights flash red and yellow. "Wow, Pete," Callie says, "I can't believe you get to do this all the time. It's awesome." Just then, a loud bell rings in the firehouse. It's the fire alarm. There's a fire in town. The firefighters scramble into their boots and helmets and say goodbye to the kids. "Come on, trainee Pete," they shout. "We've got a fire to put out." Pete quickly puts on his gear. Pete and the firefighters hop into the truck. They turn on the lights and sirens and race out of the firehouse. The fire is all the way on the other side of town. They need to get there fast. Wee-oo, wee-oo. The fire truck's sirens wail as the truck races through the town. The other cars hear it coming and move out of the way. The fire truck goes through red lights and green lights. There's no time to waste. Pete looks out the window. He's been training for weeks, but this is his first real fire. He can't wait. Finally, the crew reaches the site of the fire. It's an old building. Pete looks up. The flames are huge. He's never felt anything so hot before. Pete hops out of the truck. He knows what he has to do. Working with the other firefighters, he hooks up the fire hose to the fire hydrant. Now the firefighters have water to fight the fire. The firefighters attach another hose to the fire truck. Pete gives the signal, and the firefighters turn on the water. Whoosh! The water gushes out of the hose. Pete and the other firefighters hold the hose tight. With so much water coming out, it's hard to control it. That's a lot of water going on the fire. Slowly, the water starts to go out. But now there's smoke everywhere. It's hard to see. Suddenly, Pete hears a shout on the roof. It's Grumpy Toad. He's stuck on top of the building. The firefighters raise a long ladder from the truck. They rest it against the side of the building and begin to climb. Oh no, he's stuck on top. Pete and another firefighter help Grumpy Toad climb down the ladder carefully. Pete brings Grumpy Toad over to a waiting ambulance. It showed up while the firefighters were putting out the fire. The medics are waiting for Grumpy Toad. They check him out to make sure he is okay. Meanwhile, the firefighters put out the last of the fire. Back at the firehouse, the firefighters take off their gear. Great job, Pete, they say. You fought your first fire. What did you think? Pete grins. That was far out, he says. When can we do it again? The end. So Pete the cat was a firefighter today. How cool. Okay, friends, I hope you liked our story. See you again soon. Bye.